Fly accentor. Fly accentor is a species of bird belonging to the order Passeriformes, passerines, and to the Prunellidae family. It lives in the vast majority of European countries, in Asia Minor, as well as in North Africa. Size: 14 to 16 centimeters. Wingspan: 19 to 21 centimeters with wings extended. Weight: 20 to 25 grams. Body characteristics: slender figure, slender and pointed beak, long tail. Type of food: the Mouchet accentor mainly eats invertebrates, insects, spiders, worms, flies, caterpillars. The Mouchet accentor is a partial migratory bird. Only the populations of the Nordic countries migrate to warmer regions in autumn. An inconspicuous bird, it prefers to remain covered most often in dense vegetation. During the breeding season, males perch high in a tree and sing in the hope of attracting females. The lifespan of the Mouchet accentor is 8 to 10 years in the wild. Number 2. Addax. The addax, also called the spot-nosed antelope, is a herbivorous mammal from the Bovidae family. It lives in Africa, in the Sahara Desert where it is in critical danger of extinction in the wild. 130 to 170 centimeters. Height at the withers: 95 to 115 centimeters. Body characteristics: stocky body, long slender legs, wide hooves, extended snout. Weight: 70 to 150 kilograms. Length of tail: 40 to 60 centimeters. Top speed: 90 kilometers per hour. Horn length: 50 to 110 centimeters, S-shaped and ringed horns. Its lifespan is 15 to 20 years in the wild and up to 25 years in captivity. The addax is a social and gregarious species. It lives in groups of about 10 individuals composed of males, females and young people. The social structure is hierarchical and it is often the oldest male who guides the herd. The addax is a crepuscular to nocturnal species. It rests during the day away from the sun. Like the oryx, it is capable of detecting several precipitations. Hundreds of kilometers. Number 3. Chacma baboon. The chacma baboon is a species of monkey from the primate order in the Cercopithecidae family with size: 50 to 80 centimeters for females, 70 to 115 centimeters for males. Body characteristics: squat body, long snout, black face, bare red buttocks, 5 fingers with opposable thumb. Weight: 15 to 20 kilograms for the female, 30 to 40 kilograms for the male. Length of tail: 35 to 65 centimeters. Non-prehensile tail, serves as a balance. Top speed: 40 kilometers per hour. The chacma baboon is a social and gregarious ape. It lives in groups of 20 to 50 individuals composed of males, females and young people. A certain hierarchy is present among baboons and the higher an individual has a higher social rank, the more priority he has access to certain activities, food, reproduction, the most comfortable perches in the trees. Chacma baboons are not territorial monkeys. Sometimes several groups overlapped on the same territory. Chacma baboons remain on the ground during the day and only climb trees to stay overnight or when in imminent danger. Peeling is a daily activity for baboons. In addition to the hygienic interest, this mutual grooming makes it possible to maintain good social cohesion between individuals outside of any hierarchical position. Its lifespan is 15 to 20 years in the wild, and up to 45 years in captivity. Number 4. Babirusa. The babirusa, also called the babirusa or the babyrusas, is an omnivorous mammal from the Suidae family. It looks like a wild pig but has a unique physical characteristic. It has 2 large tusks that appear directly on its snout after piercing it in that curve towards its skull. He lives in Indonesia, especially on the island of Sulawesi and the neighboring islands. Size: 85 to 110 centimeters. Height at the withers: 65 to 80 centimeters. Body characteristics: elongated silhouette, 2 pairs of imposing tusks, pointed snout, bare skin. Weight: 60 kilograms for females, up to 100 kilogram for males. Length of tail: 20 to 30 centimeters. Length of fenders: the tusks measure up to 30 centimeters for males, sometimes more. Place of life: the babirusa lives in tropical and humid forests, near rivers and muddy areas. The male babirusa is solitary and discreet while the females live in small groups. Babirusas are excellent swimmers, which allows them to cross inlets and thus go from island to island. The lifespan of the babirusa is 12 years in the wild and up to 24 years in captivity. Number 5. Rosalban cockatoo. The Rosalban cockatoo is a species of parrot belonging to the order Psittaciformes and to the Cockatiidae family. The bird lives in Australia, where the species is very common across the continent. Because of the beauty of its plumage and its docile character, it is now often used as an aviary bird and as a pet bird. Size: 34 to 36 centimeters. Weight: 280 to 380 grams. Body characteristics: thick, hooked bill, hoopoo on the top of the head, broad wings, long tail, long claws. Flight characteristics: fast and direct flight with powerful wing beats. The Rosalban cockatoo is a sedentary bird on its range. However, it can migrate locally, in groups, depending on the food available on its territory. Gregary and sociable birds, Rosalban cockatoos most often live in pairs, during the mating season, or in groups composed of several dozen to several hundred birds. These birds feed on the ground during the day, daytime behavior. Faced with the danger that this may represent, sentries are responsible for monitoring the surroundings and warning in case of danger. Indeed, when a predator arrives, the sentinel launches an alert call to warn its congeners, who immediately fly off. During the hottest hours of the day, the bird leaves to take refuge in the cool shade of the trees. In the evening, parrots gather to sleep together in dorms and thus protect themselves from potential predators. Like other parrot species, Rosalban cockatoos are noisy birds that use numerous calls and songs to communicate between congeners. These birds are monogamous and united for life. The lifespan of the Rosalban cockatoo is 20 to 30 years in the wild and up to 60 years in captivity.